Welcome Aquarius and Aquarius Cross Watchers to your bonus Valentine's Day love read. So I hope you guys have had a good weekend and that you have some plans for Valentine's Day if you want them. So we're going to get a card for you, a card for your person, and a card for the situation between you. So, Aquarius, interesting, really interesting. I feel like you're looking at a situation. I feel like you seem to know, intuit, however you want to refer to that. I feel like you know that you have options, and I feel like none of them seem to be kind of hitting the spot. You know what I mean? It's like none of them seem to be heart-centered enough to be fulfilling. That doesn't mean that you don't like those people or enjoy those people. It just feels like, I'm going to be straight with you here, Aquarius. I feel like the person that you actually want, there's a lot of complications between you and them. And it's like you obviously have these other options that may be very fulfilling physically, but I feel like the person that you want, it's almost like, I want to say, I feel like they're a bit too far away. Not physically, but it's like they seem to be out of reach for you. So your person, my goodness, we have the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords here. So that's the energy of something that is, hold on for a second. You know what it feels like? It feels like there's a little bit of a tornado that's about to come, kind of like almost Tasmanian devil style. It's about to kind of come and rip into your life. And I understand that the imagery there might not sound very nice, but it actually feels like it might be something refreshing, that's fun, that's lighthearted. If you've been feeling like you're in a heavy energy, if you've been feeling like you are almost kind of like getting a little bit numb because of the monotony, you know what I mean? It's like maybe you meet these people that you have these kind of physical connections with, and like, okay, yeah, that's great. But it's like it's just not doing it for you anymore. And I feel like here's this person, it's like they might be one of those people that it's almost like they're a little bit like a pinball in a pinball machine, with the ball in the pinball machine, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like you may have already written this person off. I actually feel to a certain extent this person may have come at you with that physical energy too quickly. And it's like because you know, that isn't really what's going to do it for you anymore. I feel like it was kind of a big turnoff. I feel, for those of you that this is resonating for, that this person, they actually may have thrown themselves at you. And I feel like they did that and you just kind of let them fall in front of you and you're looking at them like, oh, no. And not because, you know, you think you're better than everybody or anything like that. It's just because this person threw themselves at you, it was kind of like a big turn off. And I feel like you're kind of looking at the options that are in front of you and they're, I don't know, it just feels like it's all very uninteresting, you know? What's going on between you and this person? So we have the Page of Pentacles here. We have the Sun, Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So 1 second here because it's supposed to be one card, Aquarius. One card. So just give me a second here. Okay, I'm just going to get a clarifier on your person's side. Just make sure the deck is upright. Yeah. How does this person feel about Aquarius? Haha! And what can Aquarius expect from them? with the world. Okay. So, um, I feel like your person is, okay. I feel like this is someone whose mind is always running. You know those people who it's like almost like sometimes it seems that their mind is going too quickly for their words to keep up. You know what I mean? It's like someone that is on the train of like a certain thought and they're explaining an idea and they get halfway through it and then they start with a different one, and it's because their mind is just kind of it's just running too fast for their mouth to keep up, right? And not in a like, oh, somebody's running their mouth kind of way, right? It's just, it's in a, they have a really quick mind. And I feel that this person, um, I feel like they might see that their approach was wrong. You know what I mean? It's that energy of like someone that comes in with a very physical chemistry based sort of energy. Like that's the kind of connection that they wanted, right? But I feel like, okay, they seem to feel that that's a bit of a strength for them. And I feel like they kind of felt that if they got in with you physically, that like the emotional connection would just develop, which is like, that's a little bit backwards, right? So I feel like this person is starting to see, it's almost like they kind of have to, either they've been humbled or they're going to have to humble themselves and come in with this like a bit more authentic energy. It's like they seem to realize they're going to have to put in some work. You know what I mean? They're going to have to get to know you. They're going to have to build that friendship. And I feel like, especially the Knight of Pentacles here actually talks about, it's literally like a green piece of fruit, right? So it talks about not kind of trying to indulge in a piece of fruit that hasn't ripened yet, or you're not going to enjoy it, right? It's like there was no point in picking it off the tree in the first place. And I feel like, honestly, to this person, they're looking at the situation like it's all effed up right now. It's all mixed up. I feel like they don't really know how to fix it. But I do feel that, yeah, listen, I don't know what the situation is between the two of you or if you're frustrated with this person. So, you know, take this for what it's worth. What I'm seeing from your person is actually a very sweet energy. It's like they came in with this hot and heavy, wanting to approach, and you're like, dude, I gotta, like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's not necessarily what you need. And I mean, we all, you know, I didn't say that sentence well. Let me try again. Of course, have the physical aspect to a romantic relationship is a part of it, right? But it's like if someone wants to come in for just a physical relationship, it's like, well, that's already not doing it for you. So why would you want more of the same that isn't what doing it for you? So I feel like this person seems to realize that actually what Aquarius wants is something real. So they're going to have to come in and with, you know, I almost want to say, and they seem to feel like they're going to need to build intrigue with you, if that makes sense. And I feel like they're trying to figure you out. It's like they're looking at you like, okay, well, why, if Aquarius is guarded with me, or if they're trying to shut me out, what is it? Were they hurt? Was it this? Was it that? It's like, excuse me, if you could kind of like open this person's brain and their brain was a clock, it's like if everyone else's clock is kind of running like this, it's like theirs is like, so I feel like they have a million different thoughts every moment about different ways to approach this, different ways to do this. It's like you might, I feel like when you really get to know this person, they are, it's almost a little bit of like hyperactive energy seems to be coming off of them. But I actually feel like your energy seems to be, it's almost like a stable kind of, how do I say this? The energy difference between the two of you, it's like you seem to help them not organize their thoughts, but it's like weed out the ones that don't really need to be focused on, if that makes sense. And I feel like this connection has a much, much slower start than this person wants. But I feel like they realize that if they want to kind of build something with you here, they seem to see that like the friendship needs to be developed first. And I actually feel that once they start to get to know you, that while they may have these romantic notions for you, that they're going to focus more on having a friendship with you first. It's almost like they don't want to put that kind of pressure on you. I feel like they see that you're in relationships that leave you feeling empty. And it's like they seem to know that in order for anything real, like really real, to happen here, they have to get to know you really well so that when, if and when the two of you progress into a romantic relationship, that it will be fulfilling for both of you, and that they'll understand you enough to kind of like, not so much read your signals, but I feel like they want to be able to make you laugh. They want to be able to pull you out of some of the seriousness that you have sometimes. They want to be someone that's a source of like lighthearted fun. And I feel like that may be why they kind of pull back the romantic bit. While they get to know you well enough. I feel like they might see it, whether this is the actual case or not, right? It's the energetics of it. It feels like this person sees you as somebody that you're feeling that kind of emptiness in your relationships because people don't really get to know you. So it's like this person is looking at the situation like, I'm going to get to really know Aquarius. And it's like they're just going to start. They're just going to take that first step, which I feel for somebody that's like an overthinker. I take that back. It's not even that they're overthinking. They just like to think, if that makes sense. It's almost like this person kind of gets caught up in their mind thinking about different scenarios, different conversations. And I feel like sometimes they'll follow a thought or whatever. And it's like they know that while they're following that and they're kind of imagining this situation, that it's completely unrealistic. And they get to the end of it and they kind of have a giggle about it and then they come back. You know what I mean? It's like they have this rich inner world in their mind. And I feel like this is somebody that is obviously, it feels like they would be very intelligent, but I feel like this is someone that would be a very strong ally. I feel like they would see things where you don't. And not that you're incapable of seeing them. It just feels like because you're feeling a little, numb inside, I feel like this person may be picking up on things that you aren't picking up on because they're not in that place where they're feeling a bit empty. So I think I'll leave it there, Aquarius. If you have made it to the end of the read, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. If you're new here, I upload usually on Thursdays and Sundays. This is a bonus for Valentine's Day. Private readings are closed for a little while, just while I kind of play catch up with a few things, but they should be opening up in a few weeks or a month or so. And that's it for now. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.